Welcome to the Expensive Coins History channel. Today's video, and thank you for joining us. In this presentation, we are going to explore one of the most talked about modern Malaysian coins, the 2010 no-mint mark Malaysian 10 sen coin. Many collectors and casual hobbyists have become curious about this coin over the years, wondering whether it holds any hidden value, why it sometimes appears in collector listings, and whether it could truly be worth a significant amount of money. Let us take a detailed look at its background, history, features, rarity, and its market value in the year 2025. The 10 sen coin is part of Malaysia's long-running series of decimal coins issued by Bank Negara Malaysia for everyday use. The year 2010 falls within the second series of Malaysian coins, which were made primarily of copper-nickel and circulated widely throughout the country. The coin carries a face value of 10 sen, which equals 1/10 of a ringgit, and it has long been a familiar sight in daily transactions. The 2010 issue was struck at the official Malaysian mint in Shah Alam, and the coins from this period do not carry any mint mark, meaning that the absence of a mint mark is standard for that issue and not necessarily a special variety. However, for those who are new to coin collecting, the mention of no mint mark can sometimes lead to confusion, as in some other countries a missing mint mark can indicate a rare or error variety. In the Malaysian context, the 2010 10 sen coin with no mint mark is simply the regular circulation strike. The coin itself is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, weighing around 2.82 grams and measuring about 19.4 millimeters in diameter. It has a reeded edge, a silver-gray metallic color, and features the national flower of Malaysia, the hibiscus, on the obverse side along with the denomination and year of issue. The reverse side carries the logo of Bank Negara Malaysia. These design elements have remained consistent for much of the series, offering a sense of national identity and continuity. Because these coins were intended for mass circulation, millions of pieces were produced to meet the country's currency needs. Over the years, however, as the third coin series was introduced in 2012, many of the older coins, including those dated 2010, were gradually withdrawn or lost through natural wear and circulation attrition. Collectors today tend to look for examples in the best possible condition. The grading of coins is an important factor in determining their market value. Coins are graded based on their appearance and level of wear, using terms like good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and mint state. A circulated 2010 10 sen coin that has been used for years will often show scratches, dull surfaces, or worn edges, while a mint state coin, taken directly from storage and never circulated, will have sharp details, a smooth luster, and no visible damage. The difference in condition can lead to a very wide range of prices even for the same coin type. As for rarity, it is important to be realistic. The 2010 10 sen coin was minted in large quantities, and while high-grade examples have become less common, the coin itself is not considered rare. What sometimes causes excitement among collectors is the possibility of finding error coins. These may include coins with off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned elements. Error coins can attract a significantly higher price depending on the nature and visibility of the error, but these are exceptions rather than the rule. The ordinary 2010 coin without a mint mark is standard, and while collectible, it does not fall into the category of extreme rarity or major numismatic treasure. In the year 2025, the market for modern Malaysian coins has continued to grow moderately as local collectors become more active online. Numismatic enthusiasts use platforms such as e-commerce sites and collector forums to trade coins, and prices vary depending on grade and presentation. For the 2010 10 sen coin, the current market indicates that ordinary circulated coins generally trade at or slightly above face value, often between a few ringgit to around 10 ringgit if they are in clean, undamaged condition. For coins in much better preservation, such as extremely fine or about uncirculated grades, the price might increase to around 20 to 50 ringgit. In exceptional cases where the coin is in full mint state condition with brilliant surfaces and sharp details, the value may reach approximately 100 ringgit or slightly more, depending on buyer interest. Coins professionally graded and encapsulated by recognized grading services can command a premium because of the guaranteed authenticity and condition certification. It should be understood, however, that social media claims of this coin being worth thousands of ringgit or more are almost always exaggerated. Those claims tend to attract viewers but are not supported by actual trading data or verified auction results. The 2010 10 coin is part of modern Malaysian currency history, and while it carries numismatic interest, it is not a rare coin in the traditional sense. Still, its value lies in its educational and historical significance, representing the final years before Malaysia introduced its next coin series with redesigned features and lighter composition. For anyone who owns this coin, the best course of action is to first inspect its condition carefully. Use a magnifying glass under good lighting to check the sharpness of the details and any unusual marks or die features. If the coin appears to be an error strike or has an unusual look compared with other 10 coins, it might be worth showing it to a reputable coin dealer or sending it for professional grading. Even if it turns out to be a regular issue, keeping it protected in a coin holder or capsule will preserve its condition and value over time. Avoid cleaning the coin, as polishing or scrubbing can damage its surface and drastically reduce its worth to collectors. From a broader perspective, collecting modern Malaysian coins such as the 2010 No Mint Mark 10 piece can be a rewarding hobby. It helps connect the collector with the country's monetary heritage and fosters appreciation for design, minting technology, and national symbols. While it may not be a coin that will make you rich overnight, it is part of the story of Malaysia's evolving currency system, bridging the transition between the older second series designs and the more modern coins introduced in 2012. As with all numismatic collectibles, patience, knowledge, and careful study are key. The more you understand the context and characteristics of your coin, the better decisions you can make about buying, selling, or keeping it for the future. In conclusion, the 2010 No Mint Mark Malaysian 10 coin remains an interesting collectible, not because it is ultra-rare or highly valuable, but because it represents a piece of everyday history that has now begun to disappear from circulation. Its typical market value in 2025 ranges from near face value for worn examples to roughly 100 ringgit for pristine, uncirculated pieces. Exceptional error coins or coins in graded mint state condition may fetch slightly higher amounts, but the majority fall within this general range. Collectors appreciate it for its design, its role in Malaysia's coinage history, and its symbolic significance rather than for enormous monetary returns. The 2002 No Mint Mark Malaysian 10 coin. This coin may appear quite ordinary at first glance, but once we explore its history, design, production, rarity, and current market value in 2025, you'll see why it has gained the attention of collectors both in Malaysia and around the world. The 10 coin is part of Malaysia's second series of circulation coins introduced in 1989 during the reign of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. These coins were minted by Bank Negara Malaysia and produced at the Shah Alam Mint. The 10 coin of this period is made of a copper-nickel alloy composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it its characteristic silvery appearance and resistance to wear. It weighs about 2.82 grams and measures approximately 19.4 millimeters in diameter. On the obverse side, the design features the national flower of Malaysia, the hibiscus, accompanied by the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia and the denomination 10 SEN together with the year of minting, in this case, 2002. The reverse of the coin carries a depiction of the traditional Malay board game, Kongkak, a design meant to reflect Malaysia's cultural identity and heritage. Now, when we talk about the 2002 No Mint Mark 10 coin, the first thing to understand is that the absence of a mint mark is not an error or anomaly. Unlike some other countries that use distinct mint marks to identify where coins are produced, Malaysian coins from this series typically do not carry any mint mark at all. The term no mint mark simply describes the standard issue. However, collectors have found that certain years, such as 2002, have become noticeably harder to locate in uncirculated or high-grade condition. Despite the official mintage of well over 290 million pieces, the year 2002 is sometimes referred to as very scarce in numismatic catalogs, most likely because very few pristine, uncirculated examples have survived after more than 2 decades of circulation. The fascination around this coin has grown because of this perceived scarcity. Many collectors have reported difficulty in finding the 2002 issue in excellent condition, and this has led to discussions about its potential value and collectability. In addition to condition, minor design variations such as differences in the width of the numeral 0 in the date have been noted, leading to what collectors call the wide zero or narrow zero varieties. While these varieties are subtle and not officially recognized as major minting errors, they do add an extra layer of interest for those who appreciate the minute details of coin design and production. Over the years, rumors have circulated online that certain Malaysian 10-sen coins, particularly the 2002 issue, could be worth thousands or even millions of ringgit. It is important to address such claims with a realistic perspective. In the professional numismatic market, the true value of a coin is determined by factors such as rarity, demand, condition, and provenance. For the 2002 Malaysian 10-sen, the standard issue in circulated condition typically trades only slightly above face value. A typical coin used in everyday transactions might sell for around 1 to 3 Malaysian ringgit depending on its appearance and the interest of the buyer. In higher grades, such as brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition, the price can rise somewhat higher, but it still remains within a modest range, usually just a few US dollars at most. However, this does not mean the coin lacks value altogether. For collectors focusing on completing a year-by-year set of Malaysian coins, the 2002 issue holds a special position because it tends to be one of the more difficult years to find in truly high-grade condition. That scarcity in top condition gives it a small premium in the collector's market. If you happen to own one that has been carefully preserved, free from scratches, corrosion, and signs of wear, it would be wise to protect it in a coin capsule or holder. Maintaining the coin's surface and luster is essential if you want to preserve or increase its value in the long term. When evaluating your coin, pay close attention to a few important details. Examine the sharpness of the hibiscus petals on the obverse side and the details of the konjac board on the reverse. Coins with clear, crisp details and strong luster are more desirable to collectors. Check the rim for damage or signs of cleaning. Many coins lose value when they have been cleaned with chemicals or abrasives, which dull the natural shine and create microscopic scratches. Also, consider weighing and measuring the coin to ensure it matches official specifications, as this confirms authenticity. By 2025, the market for Malaysian coins has become more organized, with growing collector communities online and at coin fairs. As a result, awareness about coins such as the 2002 10-sen has increased. Collectors often exchange or sell these coins through online marketplaces, where the value fluctuates based on condition and demand. While average circulated examples remain inexpensive, graded or certified specimens from professional grading companies can fetch a slightly higher price. Still, it is important to be cautious when purchasing or selling such coins. Always compare prices across multiple sources and confirm the reputation of the seller. In summary, the 2002 No Mint Mark Malaysian 10-sen coin is a piece of national history, representing both Malaysia's cultural symbolism and its evolving coinage system. Although its face value is small, the story behind it captures the attention of those who appreciate the art and craft of minting. Its value in 2025 remains modest in financial terms, but its true worth lies in its rarity in uncirculated condition and in the satisfaction it brings to dedicated collectors. If you own one of these coins, consider it a reminder that even the smallest piece of metal can hold a connection to a nation's past and a place in the world of numismatic heritage. The 2004 10-sen coin without mint mark. Many people have this coin in their possession and wonder if it could be valuable or even rare, and in this video we are going to explore its background, its historical significance, its rarity, and its current market value in 2025. The 10-sen coin from Malaysia dated 2004 belongs to the second series of Malaysian coins that were introduced by Bank Negara Malaysia. It is made of copper nickel, weighs around 2.82 grams, and has a diameter of 19.4 mm with a reeded edge. The obverse design features the hibiscus, Malaysia's national flower, accompanied by the words Bank Negara Malaysia and the denomination 10-sen below it. The reverse side carries a traditional motif representing Malaysian heritage, which has remained consistent across the early 2000s issues. This coin was produced at the Shah Alam Mint, the main minting facility in Malaysia, the year 2004 saw a reported mintage of over 170 million pieces, which is a large number for a circulation coin. Because of this, most collectors would initially assume that the 2004 10 sen is a common coin with little numismatic premium. However, certain aspects make it more interesting than it first appears. The term no mint mark often confuses collectors. In Malaysia's case, almost all circulation coins of that period were struck without a visible mint mark, meaning the standard issue already lacks any letter or symbol indicating its mint of origin. So when someone refers to a no mint mark 2004 coin, they are usually talking about the regular circulation piece rather than a special variant. Nonetheless, the phrase has become popular among collectors who associate it with possible minting varieties or unusual examples. Even though the mintage was high, many examples that entered circulation became heavily worn, scratched, and tarnished through years of use. As a result, finding a coin from 2004 in truly uncirculated or mint state condition can be challenging. In numismatic terms, this does not make it an extremely rare coin, but it does create a certain level of scarcity for coins in pristine condition. Collectors value coins with sharp detail on the hibiscus petals, strong definition in the traditional motif, and fully lustrous surfaces free of contact marks or discoloration. In the Malaysian collectors community, opinions vary regarding how rare or valuable the 2004 10 sen coin really is. Some refer to it as very scarce because they have difficulty finding well-preserved examples, while others regard it as relatively common. Online discussions and coin market observations show that circulated examples typically trade close to face value, sometimes a few times higher if they have retained decent detail. Many local collectors report paying between 20 sen and 1 ringgit for circulated coins, with uncirculated pieces fetching several ringgit depending on appeal. When we talk about current market value in 2025, the overall picture remains consistent with past years. A typical circulated 2004 10 sen coin with moderate wear is worth about 10 to 50 US cents, which is equivalent to around 50 sen to 2 or 3 ringgit. Coins that remain in excellent uncirculated condition can sell for between 1 and 5 ringgit, occasionally a bit more if the coin has attractive luster or has been preserved in a collection since issue. Coins certified by professional grading companies in mint state grades such as MS63 or MS65 can command higher prices among serious collectors, but those are rare cases and usually appeal to specialized numismatists. The exception occurs when a coin has an unusual striking error. For instance, an off-center strike, a double die, or a coin struck on the wrong planchet can raise the value dramatically. Some Malaysian error coins have sold for hundreds of dollars depending on the severity of the mistake and the condition of the piece. However, these coins are extremely uncommon, and the vast majority of 2004 10 sen coins are regular strikes without error. Because of this, most examples are modestly priced collectibles rather than high-value rarities. The primary reason this coin does not hold a very high market value is the enormous quantity that was minted. When millions of examples exist, supply far exceeds demand. Another factor is that Malaysian decimal coins are still relatively modern, and collectors tend to pay greater premiums for older issues, pre-independence coins, or pieces with lower mintages. The 2004 10 sen is relatively modern and widely available, so it functions more as an interesting historical item rather than a major investment. Even so, it is still worth examining your coin closely because differences in condition have a big effect on price. If your coin has full detail and an unbroken luster, it will be worth more than one that shows heavy wear. To check, look carefully at the lines in the hibiscus flower, the clarity of the date, and the sharpness of the lettering. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as this can ruin the natural surface and reduce its collector value. Instead, store it in a dry, acid-free holder or capsule to prevent further oxidation. For collectors who wish to sell or buy, it is best to compare prices across online platforms, coin fairs, and local numismatic groups. Coin valuation is always based on demand, grade, and authenticity. If you believe your coin might be a special error or a particularly high-grade specimen, you can consider sending it for professional grading. Graded coins have verifiable authenticity and can command higher prices when traded internationally. In short, while the 2004 10-sen coin without mint mark is not a rare or extremely valuable coin, it holds cultural and historical value as part of Malaysia's monetary development. It represents an era before the redesign that introduced the third series of Malaysian coins, and many collectors include it in complete date sets. In 2025, the realistic market value remains modest, but its interest lies in its design, its place in numismatic study, and its nostalgic connection to early 2000s Malaysian currency. For most owners, the coin's value will range between 10 cents and $1 depending on condition, with only exceptional cases reaching higher amounts. Its worth lies more in history than in financial return, yet that is exactly what makes coin collecting such a rewarding hobby. Each coin tells a story, and the 2004 10-sen without mint mark tells the story of Malaysia's everyday life, economic progress, and artistic expression through its design. Thank you for joining me for this detailed discussion. If you enjoyed learning about this coin and other interesting pieces of Malaysian currency, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more numismatic insights, and share your experiences in the comments section. Do you own this coin? Is yours circulated or uncirculated? Let us know your story, and keep exploring the fascinating world of coins, where even the smallest denomination can hold a piece of national history.